Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for this is your bonus May reading. I can never get that right. I always say this is your reading for, oh yeah, right, this is a bonus reading. So anyway, one of my favorite people of all time, Greg Braden, says when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. So we're going to do a moving mountains reading here. We're going to take a look at your head in this first row. We're going to take a look at your heart in this second row. And we are going to look at how you can smash the two things together in your last row so that you can move mountains. These mountains could be goals you want to achieve. They could be, people you want to date. It could be anything you want to manifest. So the mountains do not have to be challenges. It could just be anything that you desire in your life. And that is the whole point of doing this reading. So let's see here, Libra. You show up in a very nice position here at the end, so I definitely like to see that. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising, by the way, for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time, Libra. But let's see here, Libra, what is going on for you. In the area of your head, you have the abundant universe will provide, the buffalo spirit. So there's clearly like abundance coming in for you, and I feel like that you need to realize that there is abundance coming in for you, or that there is abundance available to you here as well. You have this Seven of Swords here, and again, as I've been telling all the other signs, this reading, these readings are not meant to be positive or negative. They're just, advice on where your head is at, where your heart is at, and where you need to go so that you can mix the two together so that you can move mountains. That's the whole point of the reading. So you do have the Seven of Swords here, and what I feel like it's saying is that, like, she's on this Seven of Swords, she's really focused on holding these eggs. It's like she's like a snake lady here, Libra, and she's really holding on to that one egg right there. And so putting that card together with this card here, I feel like it's saying that there are like a million ways that you can accomplish pretty much anything that you desire to accomplish in your life. And it's almost like this reading is saying that you need, or in the area of your head, you need to realize that there are a million ways to do things, not just one way of accomplishing your goals, wishes, or dreams. I feel like it's like the universe is kind of like pushing you towards needing to realize that there is abundance, or needing to realize how much abundance is out there. That's why I always tell people, it's like if you're looking for love, go out on dates, right? Because it's like then you will realize that there's an abundance of people to date. I'm not saying these are quality people necessarily, but again, you're just proving to yourself that there's abundance. You're not doing anything like getting married to these people or whatever. So I would just go out on dates if you're looking for love. But you have the Seven of Swords, the lovers in the world. Again, if you're looking for love, I would just go out on dates. I would let go of your fears with the Seven of Swords. Again, in just a general reading, the Seven of Swords can just represent fears, and fears of, what ifs, right? With the lovers in the world to me is definitely a dating card and a card of going out on dates. So if you're looking for love, I would definitely go out at this time. But other than that, I feel like where your head is at this time is you're at like a little bit of a crossroads here, trying to make a decision. The choice that you're trying to make is, do you go through a portal? Do you have a new beginning? This is like what your head is trying to decide. The World card is an achievement. It is a mountain. It is something you're trying to manifest, right? Because it is a card of achievements and completion, but it's like a positive ending, the World. And so you're at this crossroads. And the World to me is kind of like a card of birth. It's basically you saying, do I birth myself through this portal? Birth is usually a difficult, is kind of considered to be a painful process, right? It's not true for everybody, but I'm just saying, just in general, right? It's considered to be a painful process. So the World to me can be it's a good card, but it can say you're kind of like stuck in the squeeze. It's like you're about to pop out the other side. And that's where I feel like your head is at. It's like you're about to make a change. And the Lovers is a card of being at a crossroads. So your head is about to make a change. Your head wants to make a change. Let's see what this change is here for you, Libra, and let's clarify it. You have the Seven of Pentacles, ready to make a change. It's insane because I would say, like, I've done, I don't know, I only have 3 more of these left to do, these readings, so I've done most of them, and multiple people have had the Seven of Pentacles with this Seven of Swords in their reading, so I don't know what it is, but, 2 sevens to me is internal fears that don't exist. The Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. He's looking at these pentacles and he's saying, like, was all this worth it? Was the juice worth the squeeze or not? And it's like you're thinking about making a change. You're thinking about walking away towards something new. Yep, a Hermit. here as well. The Hermit kind of says you have completed a cycle because the Hermit has climbed to the top of a mountain. He's standing at the top of a mountain here and he is shining his inner light, Libra. And it kind of says like he's completed a cycle. He's completed something difficult, or he's been through a long kind of inner process and he's ready to move on to something new. And you have the Four of Swords. What are you waiting for? I feel like saying, what are you waiting for here, Libra? The Four of Swords is a card of resting, relaxing, meditation, all those other things. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with taking time to heal or anything. But I do feel like it's kind of like time to get moving here with the Four of Swords. That's like the feeling I get here with this energy. In the area of your heart, I feel like your heart is in alignment, is what I would say to you here, Libra. You have the Fates card. The Fates card, this is a very good card. It's a card of like fated events happening, but I feel like your heart is kind of like open to magic is what I'm getting here. It's like open to being surprised. Your heart is open to, allowing those like random moments in. I feel like you're open intuitively as well. So this card to me is kind of like saying your heart is ready. Your heart is open to achieve great things at this time. You have the Ace of Wands, the Sun, in the Ten of Pentacles. Like I said, really, really good row. It's like your heart is open and ready for a new beginning. Your heart is ready to be excited, right? With the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a card of excitement and a new beginning. The Ace of Wands is kind of like that initial spark of a new beginning. I say the Ace of Wands is kind of like the roots going into the soil, and it's like that beginning stage of something. So it's kind of like you're ready to start something here with this Ace of Wands, or at least your heart is. You have the Sun here as well, so I feel like in your heart you feel something that is very, happy, that is full of happiness as well. I feel like saying you're going to be very happy. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in for you here, Libra, especially with this card here. It's like your heart is telling you something here as well. So the Ace of Wands and the Sun, to me, is a very simple energy. It says if something gets you excited, if there's something you desire to do, do it. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is doing something long term, and Ten of Pentacles is major success as well. It's like lifelong wealth, right? And again, I'm not talking about just money. Some of you could be building, Ten of Pentacles to me is the best relationship card in the deck. It's building something that is long term, building or leaving a legacy, right? Ten of Pentacles is a tree of life. It is everything you desire to have. So a lot of you, I feel, are kind of like your heart is in the right place. Your heart is aimed at something that brings it a lot of happiness and joy with the Sun. Because again, the sun is happiness and joy and freedom as well. So it's like your heart is going in the right direction. I feel like I don't think your head is in the wrong place, Libra, at all. I don't think it, but I think it's just more, I think that in your headspace, it's kind of like more needing to think more abundantly. It's like your heart is wide open to abundance here in this row. So let's put it that way. But let's clarify this. You have the Hierophant here in that first part. The Nine of Pentacles, major independence, and the Emperor as well. So it's kind of like you're ready. Your heart is ready to take the lead, is what I feel like this is saying. I feel like heart energy wise, it's like everything you need to know. The Hierophant is a card of learning and having learned. So I feel you have learned through a very long process how to get what you desire in your life. And I feel like this has been kind of like a long journey. It's like you've been learning on this long journey, and your heart has learned on this long journey as well. I also feel for some of you, I actually feel the opposite. The Hierophant to me can represent inside the box thinking, but I feel like your heart is more, again, with that Ace of Wands, I'm getting like a very quirky, kind of weird energy. And I mean that in the best way possible. The Ace of Wands can represent like innovation and trying new things. So I get this kind of like weird energy. It's kind of funny because there's this lady that I follow online, and she's like an online business lady, and she kind of looks like this. She kind of looks like this lady right here on this card. And I don't know if I'm gonna get it to focus here, but she kind of reminds me of her right there. So, and that was the first thing that popped into my head. She's kind of like weird and quirky and in a good way, right? And I kind of get that energy. I feel like it's just more of an energy you're embracing. I don't think it's like you're becoming weird or quirky or anything like that here, Libra. I feel like you're just more open to thinking outside the box. Your heart is more open to doing things that's never done before, experimenting. It's like you're more open to that kind of type of, creative energy, I would say. The Nine of Pentacles, I feel like it's just saying you're kind of like with the Sun, that's like having more than enough energy to give. She has 3 pentacles over here and then 6 pentacles over here. I can't count, right? I failed math until I was in college. I actually never passed math, I don't think, in my entire life. So, it is what it is, right? But you have 6 over here, 3 over here, and it basically says you have more than enough energy to give. So it's kind of like your heart is overflowing with energy here. The Emperor here is, I feel, you taking the lead. I would be careful, like if I was being super, super picky about this energy, 10 of Pentacles plus the Emperor could be like plus also the Hierophant here could be kind of very conventional. It's like conventional wisdom, thinking about doing things the way they've always been done. And again, this comes up in your headspace as well, where your headspace is kind of thinking that things only need to happen a certain way in your life. So I would get away from that there, Libra. Other than that, I feel like this is very good. In your last row on how to bring these two things together so that you can move mountains, achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, you have the Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card that basically says when you know that you're going to do something and there is no other way, you will be successful. I always talk about this. I'm not a big Tony Robbins fan, but he does have one thing that he says, and the motivational guy, Tony Robbins, he says this one thing: if you want to take an island, you have to burn your boats. Meaning, if you want to conquer something, you have to make it so that the only way that you can be successful is by burning your boats. Basically, the only way you can be successful is to just do it, right? So I feel like that. If there was a card for that, it would be the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of basically that says there is no other way other than going through an obstacle or charging towards something that you want to achieve. So again, when you want to achieve something bad enough that there is no other way, then there is no other way. I mean, their teachers throughout history have basically said that. So that's what I would do there. You have the Three of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Justice card here. In a lot of ways, justice, I feel like it's saying let justice be your guide. You are the Justice card, so you're coming up in a very strong position here. But justice is cause and effect. It says, it's very cut and dry. It says if you put energy into something and you get energy back, keep moving in that direction. So, that's what I would do here is just do what works, right? That will bring you into alignment. Teamwork, every single sign has said something about teamwork. Three of Pentacles would definitely be very good for teamwork. I'm also getting something about kind of following a plan here as well. Emperor plus the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, normally there's a person on the Three of Pentacles down here with another person, and they're kind of looking at a piece of paper. They're looking at a plan of what the other person is building on the card. So it's kind of like a card that is saying, I feel like you need to kind of follow a plan, and that will bring you into alignment. In a lot of ways, I feel like this is kind of saying your head and your heart are coming into alignment. You're only the second sign where I really feel like you kind of are already almost there. I feel like really the only advice I have for you is this over here. I feel like you need to think more abundantly. I feel like you need to, it's the thing that will kind of get you to this is realizing that there are other ways of doing things, realizing that there are other ways to accomplish your goals. And I also feel like this weirdness, the good weird energy up here, Libra, kind of being more open to being creative and trying different ways of doing things, that is what is going to really lock this energy in and really have you move into mountains, Libra. So let's look into this here. You have the Three of Swords. Let go of the past, number one. Again, this reading isn't meant to be positive or negative, so it doesn't matter that the Three of Swords is here. I do feel like it is saying, too, that you need to kind of work on your emotions. I feel like you need to let go of things that cause this as well. I'm almost getting more of a repeat energy on that Three of Swords. So it's saying that if I would protect your heart with that Three of Swords at this time, especially if you're trying to accomplish something hard or move a mountain in your life. The Three of Swords would say try to protect your heart or make sure you're protecting your heart. But I'm getting this repeat sadness thing. So there could be a person, it could be a boss, a job, something that makes you sad over and over and over again. I would remove that from your life there. Yeah, Three of Cups, a lot of teamwork energy. Again, teamwork really makes the dream work. I will tell you what, Libra, what I would say is the whole thing about making your head and your heart one to move mountains, that could include another person, right? And it doesn't have to be love. It could be a business partner. It could just be a friend. It's maybe you think very logically and you have a friend that thinks very heart-based. It's smash the two of you together, boom, we have a dream team, right? So for a lot of you, It's like this could say that maybe you are all head right now, or maybe you are all heart, but maybe there's someone else who's all head. And if you two could just come together and work on a team, then you could accomplish great things. I mean, this has come up nonstop since Saturn went into Capricorn like 4 years ago now, or whenever that was, like 4 years ago, or 3.5 years ago, somewhere around there. When Saturn went into Capricorn, like all of a sudden, all of my readings, I kept getting all the teamwork cards, right? So I do feel like kind of that was the kickoff that was saying, hey, teamwork makes the dream work for sure. So I feel like you could be forming some sort of dream team. Again, this could be in love and business and personally, it could be a friend, whatever. And again, I think people don't even realize, like if you're trying to grow a business, it's like get someone to do it with you. That doesn't mean that you're taking them on as a business partner. You could be working separately, but together. And I feel like that's going to happen, number one, more and more and more in the future, where I feel like people are going to be more collaborative, right? Let's put it that way, especially in work and business. So again, make sure you're kind of wherever you are. If you're more heart-based, feeling more creative, find the brain, right? Find the head, because I feel like that will move things forward very quickly. And you have the King of Cups here as well. A couple of signs have had this like inner emotional type of energy here as well, which would be King of Cups. The King of Cups really experiences emotions on the inside of himself. So I feel if you could learn to control your emotions, Three of Swords, King of Cups, and mostly keep it positive, then you will be moving mountains at this time. I like this reading for you, Libra. I feel like there's good stuff coming in. So thank you for being here, Libra. I really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Libra, and definitely enjoy your month.